Well, that'll save the economy. I mean, this
Well,
is
good thing
ridiculous.
they had to fire all of these people that were like paying for their families and had health care coverage and a pension. Great, good thing you fired these people. You got enough to give everybody $124.
Yeah, and we're never going to see that $124. And the economic consequences are going to be much more massive. I mean, it's not a good situation. I'm not a big fan of the Doge. I'll tell you that much. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm certainly happy to see the FBI not harassing people the way they once did. Pam Bondi says FARA is not going to be enforced the way it was. That Biden, that's good. The Department of Homeland Security, basically the looking into peace activists and others who are, as potential terrorists, that's being, scaled back. I like that. I'm not a big fan of USAID. So, there you go. But other than that, I don't know. I will say this, though. USAID, one story that Peter Coffin has dug into, and I wrote this book, BreadTube Serves Imperialism, that Jimmy Dore had me on to talk about and all of that, where I said that a lot of these social media influencers who were talking about socialism and communism, that they were being backed by the intelligence community, most likely. And I said that because I had one bit of information, which is there was a guy who was advising them, who is, somebody who's got intelligence connections. That's all I had. And then after I wrote that, Gray Zone found smoking gun. They found British intelligence was paying Abigail Thorne. And then ContraPoints, who's one of these people, she did a special with Hillary Rodham Clinton and Chelsea Clinton. And it was all about how great she was at deprogramming, conspiracy theories and all of this. And then apparently they were all being paid by a corporation called Nebula. And a guy on the board of it was a USAID employee. Okay, so it was like I was so more right than you could possibly imagine. This book, I was like, I just had the tip of the iceberg. I just knew about one guy advising them, and I said, this looks like intelligence to me. It was absolutely intelligence. And the idea that maybe the government won't be funding people on the internet to, try to nudge Bernie Sanders supporters to support war with Russia or something. Again, not opposed to that. And there is a huge amount of U.S. government meddling in politics. And with the FBI suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop story and all of that, all of this stuff is going on. And there's all kinds of nefarious activities going on. And, that's worth pointing out. And the idea that people being mad about police brutality, people being mad about social media censorship, people not wanting us to spend billions of dollars in Ukraine, that's all a big conspiracy from Russia. Give me a break, right? And the American government and the mainstream media, and I will add the British government and the NATO establishment, they are all over American politics, nudging people in a certain way, reinforcing things. Did you hear the latest one was the soda thing? Did you hear about that?
No, vaguely. Tell me about it.
Right. So I guess Donald Trump made a rule that you can't use your SNAP, your food assistance card, to buy soda. Right. Now I drink soda, but is it good for me? No. And I guess, if you got kids and you're a low income family, maybe you should be eating something healthier. I mean, okay. I don't really feel strongly either way about the policy. But there are a number of social media influencers that spoke up and this is so wrong and all that. Well, it's been revealed they were all getting paid by the soda companies, right? And we've got receipts now that various influencers who were just so mad about this new regulation and all of that, well, the soda companies wrote them a nice check to do that. This kind of thing is happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere in every political space and all of that. And the crazy thing now is it's much less traceable with Patreon and all of that. You don't know who could be subsidizing and boosting your message for whatever reason. We can be aware of that, but to make it sound like it's all coming from Russia, it's all just coming from Russia, everyone else is just pure and all of that. Well, I know a bunch of people that were talking about soda that clearly had a conflict of interest. So I think there's all kinds of different, nefarious activities going on, and the liberal mantra of Russia, 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 everything we don't like is Russia. Give me a break. Not the case.